Hi, I'm Steve Nix with Ryan Lawn and Tree in the pest control operations. We are going to talk about the mole reduction program today. So one of the questions I get is why is this called a mole reduction program or application? And simply put, when I'm on site, I'm looking at the situation that's going on and I'm doing the comprehensive service to reduce the mole populations down at that particular time. And then I'll do a follow-up visit to assess the situation at that moment as well. Now, there can be future activity by other moles that may come into your property. That is something that we can certainly help you with. And our main goal is that your grass will look great no matter what time of the year. So we've identified a main mole run on this property that's fairly distinctive. Now that the grass is turning green, you can actually see that the moles are using this. And then they kind of venture off into this area. And this is called an exploratory run right here, where something, either one of two things usually happens when this happens, is they are pushing dirt from this main run into this area, or there was some kind of activity in here with earthworms that they were after. And when that didn't really give them many options as far as eating more of the earthworms, they went back to their main run and developed this into heading on down this way. So what I'll do is I'll make 3 individual holes, and I'll make one major one right in the middle of the other 2. And what I'm trying to do here is identify which direction the mole came from. So I'll take the material that I have, the talpid worm, looks kind of like a gummy worm. I'll bend it over a bit and put it in, make a placement right in here, and I'll kind of close that off. And I'll have the air holes on either side. And I'll also mark where I just put the worm so I can identify it later. So I'll have what's referred to as an air hole here and an air hole right down here. So when I come back in a few days to verify what's going on, typically I'll be able to see that this hole either got filled in by the mole or this one got filled in. Sometimes both of them are filled in. And that will subsequently tell me that they got to the mole and ate the material. And that's the beginning of the end of our little mole friends. So a frequently asked question I get is it safe for pets and people? And what we're trying to identify here is that the placements should not be disturbed. Once I apply the material, the kids and pets should be kind of kept away from it, just mainly because of that. There's very low opportunity for kids or pets to be involved in the material. It's buried in the ground, and I just don't want it to be disturbed. So another question I get is, what are moles eating? There's really 2 types of moles in this region, the Eastern and the European. They are 99% of the time after earthworms. They will eat other insects and really whatever falls in their way. This is a very high energy mammal. It is called an insectivore. It is going to eat pretty much whatever is in its way, but its #1 food source without a doubt is the earthworm. So another question I get is in regards to mole hibernation, whether they hibernate or not. And the most simple answer to that is during normal weather conditions, they typically do not hibernate. They go a little bit deeper into the soil, up to about 3 feet. And so do earthworms, believe it or not. They're active year-round, but they're not active near the surface where you can see them. So they do not hibernate. So this is the mole reduction program. So contact Orion Pro if you need to know more.